Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, it is not evening. It is actually very bright daytime. And the reason you can see that is because it's refracting off the back. And you might be saying, that's not refraction. That's actually reflection. And I'm here to tell you time and time again that I am not a scientist and not an eye doctor. So I don't understand reflection and refraction. I know when light goes into your eye, I think maybe it refracts. I don't know. This is not an ophthalmologist podcast. Oh, Lord. Listen to that sound. That's the sound of iced coffee. Whoa. What's going on in my week here, friends? Well, last night I did a show. Let me scratch that. Last night I was on a show. I made it sound like I had my own show, but it was Amber Autry's show. And if you remember, she was here last week and did a beautiful painting video with me. And she sold out Zanies. And not only did she sell it out, but then she was able to produce. Selling out is one thing, but then effortlessly crushing, effortlessly switching between crowd work and jokes and dancing. She was incredible. And she let me do a few minutes on stage, and I'm grateful for that. Loved being on stage, loved being in front of a different audience than I'm usually in front of. And let me tell you, they were fun. And she has a great audience. They were there to have fun from top to bottom. Wonder if you could hear those birds because they sound so cute. They're going. So that's what's going on with me. This whole week I've been just working and getting ready to go to Mexico next week. I am staying at my friend Josh's house with Harold, and Josh gives us a pretty good deal. We don't stay there for free, but we get a pretty good deal. And it's right there in Puerto Vallarta, which is not how you say it. But that's going to be fun. Will I do a podcast out there? Probably, but I'm not taking all this stuff. I'll probably just take a couple mics, lapel mics, if you will, and that's how I'm going to do it because I'm not taking my whole suitcase of stuff. And let's go ahead and listen to a voicemail.
Hey, Libbie, it's Maggie and Henry, who, believe it or not, is almost 2 now. It's been a while since we've called. I'm just listening to your most recent episode about the dentist you went to not having a sense of humor, and I had a similar experience recently with a dermatologist. I had a little skin cancer removed, turned into a whole thing. He was doing the repair on my scalp, hurt like a mother, and so I, trying to lighten the mood, keep myself from having a mental breakdown, said, "Oh, it seems like I'm getting a facelift." Haha. Just crickets in the office. So, thankfully I had a little sheet thing over my face, so I was able to shed a few tears without him knowing. Anyways, I just think doctors need to have some better bedside manner, okay? And if a patient wants to tell a joke, just laugh.
Just
Even
fake
if you
it.
don't think it's funny, just try.
Fake it.
All right, Libbie. We love you. Bye.
Love
Henry,
you.
Can you say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye.
He didn't say bye-bye. Henry, do better, bro. Say bye-bye to Aunt Libbie. Sorry to hear you had a little cancer episode. Sorry to hear that the doctor didn't laugh because, wow, rude. That should be something that's taught in medical school. When you go in and you learn, okay, this is how you do a stitch. This is how you do a pap smear. This is how you do a broken arm. You should also take a class on fake laughing. Because we know you see a lot of people every day, and your first and foremost concern isn't laughing at the patient's jokes. You're trying to administer health care. But I think it would be cool if you took a class on how to fake laugh. If I'm sitting there and a lady has a sheet over her head and you're taking skin cancer off of her scalp and she says, seems like I'm getting a facelift, you could at least do this. Sorry, had to check my pink tooth. You could say that was a good one. Or you could say, that's all I'm saying. It should be something that's learned in medical school. And you guys go to medical school. You doctors go to medical school for a long time, dude. I'm thinking at least 8 years. You're telling me one of those courses can't be how to fake laugh at your customers' bad jokes? Damn. Maggie and Henry. Henry's grown up. He's 2, man. Next thing you know, Henry's going to have an IRA and a mobile home and a wife and kids. And Henry won't remember his mom Maggie and won't remember his Aunt Libbie. Wow. Those were the good old days when Henry was just a wee little tot, and now he is a grown-up. Good to hear from y'all. Good to hear from y'all. Let's see what's going on in this one. This is a 678 number.
Wowie, wow. I'm sorry that I asked my last question, because if I listened to the rest of your fucking video, I'd realize you did find your sister.
Oh.
Congrats. Yeah, sorry about that last question.
That's how you know I don't screen these calls, because I think I should have listened to this one first. Let's listen to this one. 678. Called on Friday.
Hi.
At 18 p.m.
Abby reaching out again. So I'm listening. This is, I think, the second.
Okay, I'm going to stop this. Abby sent another. Whoa, God, Abby got like 4 messages. Let's just start at the beginning.
Hey, girl. Hey. So, definitely enjoying storage. I'm sort of new to it, so I really appreciate it.
Thank you for being here.
Kind of chilling in a storage unit. I fucking love it. So I just really appreciate your perspective, and I'm just curious, since you have a wide range of music interests, what is something that you would consider some of your weirdest interests at different points in your life? I know you mentioned liking The Cure or going through an emo phase, or I guess emo for the 80s, but I'm just curious about the weirdest music interests that you've had. It could be older, current, whatever, but yeah, I'm excited to watch more episodes. Bye.
Sorry about that. All right, so let's see. Abby, what'd she say on the next one? I love when people leave multiple messages.
Hey, my name is Abby. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. But I was calling. I've left another message, but anyways, I'm calling because I love watching trailer tales. I like watching this. I mean, in or out of character, I just really find you funny and interesting. But I'm curious, how much of certain things are, I guess, planned versus how much of it is improvised? Because I can see where you guys are trying not to laugh, and it's really funny. So I'm just curious, like, how do you guys go about it? I'm sure there's a method because you're used to doing improv, but for someone who doesn't know about that, I'm just curious. It's already looks really hard to just stay in a character when you already have your own really funny personality separate from that character. So I'm just curious about everything that goes into it. But yeah, you're doing great, and keep on sitting in that little storage unit. I'm happy for you.
Thank you for the call, Abby. And when you said the thing about sitting in your little storage unit, that made me laugh. So if you don't know what Trailer Tales is a podcast that I do with Jeremiah Watkins and Chelsea Lynn, aka Trailer Trash Tammy. And it sort of stemmed from when Jeremiah used to do Trailer Tales, and had Chelsea on there, and it was the whole court thing, and then they had me on there kind of as a guest one time, and it just worked. We all vibe really well, and I think because we all are really good at improv, that's why it works. And as far as Trailer Tales, how does it go? We don't have a script. We don't say like, oh, we're going to talk about this, that, or this. What we'll do is we'll have a topic that we're going to discuss. For instance, we recently did subtitles versus no subtitles. So we know beforehand we're going to debate that. We don't know at which part, when we're going to debate it. And what else do we talk about beforehand? We'll say we're going to read a couple emails, like either Chelsea or Jeremiah will pick out a couple emails. We don't look at the emails, so we don't really know what they say, and it's just strictly going off improv. And I think the reason it is hard to stay in character a lot of the times is because it's so funny. And when we say something to each other, that's the first time we're hearing it. It's not like we're rehearsing a script and we've heard it. If we say something funny and the other person is taking it at that moment when they hear it, and it's very difficult to stay in character. And I think the three of us know our characters so well that it's easy to be in character, but it's harder to stay in character. And people love it when we break character. I personally don't like to break character. I like to try to stay in character as much as possible, just because it seems like once I get to giggling, then it's lights out for me. And I'll, piss my pants like Chelsea does all the time. And to be honest, Trailer Tales is one of my favorite things that I've ever done. It is so funny and so easy as far as just being in the characters and playing off each other. It is hard mentally to try to always say yes. That's what we say in improv, yes and. It's hard to sort of think ahead, like, oh, where could this go, or how could I elaborate on this. If you haven't watched Trailer Tales, you should start watching it, because it is really a passion project. I love it. Anything I do with those two is fun. We have our first t-shirts out. We got some merch. It's a couple of different, or actually three different shirts. You can find those on eatmytrash.com. What else about Trailer Tales? We film so much in one time that when the episode comes out on a Friday, and I can't remember what happens. And watching it is almost like the first time, because Jeremiah's fucking editing is so good. Jeremiah's fucking editing is top notch. So if you're just listening to Trailer Tales, you need to watch Trailer Tales. Listen on your way to work, and then when you get home, watch Trailer Tales. Jeremiah is, damn. Go give Jeremiah a follow. The guy has 2 kids, a wife, a family. He travels constantly with Stand Up on the Spot. He does shows at the Comedy Store. He does, I don't know how many podcasts he does. I know he does Trailer Tales. The guy is working. He's putting out content, and he is doing that damn thing. Thanks for asking about that, Trailer Tales. As far as this podcast, it's quite obvious that I don't know what I'm doing. I'll come in here and be like, okay, I'm going to listen to some voicemails today, and that's all I have. That's all I have, folks. I know I got enough devices here to last me. We got another one from Abby, so let's see here.
Hi, Abby reaching out again.
Third time.
So
Love
I'm
it.
listening. This is, I think, the second or third time I've heard you mention your mom had to give up a child. I'm just curious.
Ooh.
now that we have all the advancements with like DNA or like trying to find people finding relatives, have you ever considered trying to find that child, or did your mom ever find? I mean, I'm just curious. What's that like? And would your mom ever consider it if she hasn't already? Okay.
Well, my mom's dead. She's gone. She passed. And we know I found my sister. Just was checking to get my sister's address because she has a birthday coming up, so I want to make sure to send her a card because that's what elderly people do. I don't know if you know that, but back in the old days, ooh, there's a fly. Back in the old days, when it was someone's birthday, we would go to the store to like a Walgreens. Oh, that's a huge fly. We'd go to a Walgreens, go to the section, there'd be like, I don't know, stepmom, mom, dad, brother, sister, wedding, baby shower, birthday funny. You would walk into these drugstores and pick out a nice card for your sibling or whoever. Then you would take it up to the front of the Walgreens, Woolworths, whatever, and they would say $5.69, and you'd say, for a card, that much money? Why am I paying that much money for a card, dude? And then you would sign it inside, love always, and put your name, lick the envelope, and then put a stamp on it and take it to one of those blue mailboxes. It's called a post office box. No, it's called a mailbox. And then that card would be sent to you in the mail, and your family member would delight in reading it. We don't do that much these days. When it's somebody's birthday, we either just give them a card. We just hand it to them. We might get a little present and put it in a bag with some tissue paper. Not a lot of people wrap things these days. What people will do is get a bag, put the present in, put the tissue paper, they'll like crumple the tissue paper up, put it in there, and then that's how you unwrap it. The way you unwrap it is by taking tissue paper out like this. And you go, oh, a nice book. Birthdays are different these days. I used to find a lot of delight, but also stress by going in a drugstore and getting a card for a loved one or friend. There was a time when I would say in my 20s, where I would get I would go to the funny birthday. And just a lot of cards, like it would have like a hot guy on it in the front in his bathing suit and be like, hope you get something like this for your birthday. Or it would have maybe two elderly women in a bathing suit and a swimming cap. And it would be like, this is what we're going to be doing when we turn 50. Or maybe it would have a dog or a kitten. These were considered the funny birthday cards. Just really, really witty cards. And they had a staff of writers, I'm sure, on these Hallmark teams or whoever was making the card that was like, hey, Jerry, what do you think about this one? And they would show a little wiener dog wearing maybe a birthday hat. And it would say like, hope you get some wiener on your birthday. That's what birthday cards are. There was a lot of joy in receiving a card like that. And if you went to a birthday party, not a kid one, but an adult one, and it was time to open up cards, and it came around to your card, and you've got the hope you get a wiener on your birthday card, you would bring the house down with your card. Because you know Sharon next to you just got a beautiful one, maybe even a biblical one, that's got flowers on the front, and you open it and says, you're a bouquet to me, or you're one of a kind, happy birthday, in a very nice cursive. But me over here with the wiener dog card, I'm killing it at the birthday party, dude. And this is back when we would wrap presents. I'm talking full on wrapping paper with a bow in the corner We just don't have birthday parties like we used to. Killing it with the wiener card, man. And there was even a time at Spencer's they would sell birthday cards that were naughty. And they always had the birthday cards with the very large women on them. It's like, oh, have 2 tons of fun. Huh? You can't sell cards like that, dude. What? Spencer's? Spencer's, retract all your old birthday cards, brothers. Because those are not nice. Fatphobic. Did I maybe buy 1 or 2 of those back in the day? Yeah. Did I get fat as karma for buying one of those? Probably. You're not going to get me, brother, with your fatphobic cards. They love, man. Spencer's loves putting out birthday cards with large women on it. There's nothing that makes the CEO of Spencer's happier than a birthday card with a large woman on it. Spencer's, do better, brothers. And the amount of time that I've said brothers in this last couple minutes is alarming. That's Tina D-Ball. Tina D-Ball has made an impression on me. Tina D-Ball, a.k.a. Hulk Hogan. Man, if you bought a friend an old-timey birthday card with a large woman on it, boy, you were really progressive. Now you try that, it's like, Kyle, what are you doing? You can't do that. You can't give a birthday card like that, brother. Stop. Oop. My activity thing is going, and I'm not even doing anything. Look at it. Stand, goal, achieve. Now, you saw for a fact I didn't stand up, but it says it. Stand, goal, achieve. Did you see me stand up? Maybe it's because I was standing up for the rights of large women who shouldn't have been put on a birthday card. And hey, they probably got paid for it. And actually, looking back at that, I think a lot of those women had lipedema. Ain't that something? Loved birthday cards. Also, I'd love to go in and get like a nice, a kid's birthday. Because they would have, you're turning 3, you're turning 5. So cute. They'd have a card shaped like a number of 5 and maybe a Elmo on it or some shit. But then I always liked the ones that were, heartfelt that you get for a parent. Like, you're the best mom I ever had. I love you. Happy birthday. Many blessings to you. And you could give that to your mom, and that would make up for a lot of the bullshit you put your family through. If you give them a card that has some beautiful flowers printed on the inside, and again, a nice cursive script writing that says, Mom, I know I put you through a lot, but I wouldn't choose another mom if I could have a choice. And man, your mom would be on cloud 9 for days. Cloud 9, brothers. You're telling me your mom's going to get pissed at you about leaving your dishes in the sink when you just gave her a nice birthday card that had a cursive script writing that said, I love you more than anything in this world? I don't think so. You can leave dishes in there for the next 2 weeks. You could forget to take the trash out on trash day, and mom would say in her head, I could yell at my child, but I'm not going to because they gave me a very beautiful floral birthday card with cursive on it. And if you're a teenager listening to this or a young person and you don't know the joy of going into a Walgreens and buying your parent a birthday card to gaslight them and manipulate them, go to a Walgreens. I'm pretty sure they still sell cards. If you're a young person and you're kind of on rocky terrain right now with your parents, go get them a nice cursive card. And it doesn't even have to be their birthday. You can go in there and they have a section that says just for fun or just thinking about you. You could literally go get a card for any occasion. And the front could have, I don't know, a nice garden. And it with a nice lady with a summer hat. And it could say, like, in the inside, "You're the water to my garden." In cursive. And you're going to be able to get away with a lot of bullshit for the next couple weeks. That's all I'm saying. If you're walking on eggshells right now with mom and dad, go to the store and get a card. There was also a time at Target and sometimes at Walgreens, but I got mine at Target. And this was in 96 or 97 where you could go up to a machine and you could print out a card, but it would, oh God, how do I explain this? It would print out the card as you're standing there, but you could enter things like, "Happy birthday, Daniel." You could put Daniel's name in there. And it would print it out, and it looked like someone at Hallmark made this card for Daniel. And when they're reading it, they're like, "Happy birthday, Daniel." They're thinking, how did they find a card for me at Walgreens with my name? And then they open it, and it says something very specific to the person. "I love when you wear your cowboy boots and jeans, Daniel, because you are a volunteer fireman. Love always, Libbie." And this is printed like it was printed at the Hallmark factory. And your friends and family would say, "How did you do this?" Because this was pretty much at the advent of the internet. You couldn't just go online and find birthday card template. You had to go up to a machine in a store that would print it like this. And you could watch it be produced. God. Bring back card machines, dude. I know you can make them on the internet, but there was so much joy going in the store. Walking in the store and you knew the one thing you were going to get was a birthday card that was specifically for your fiance at the time named Daniel, who was a volunteer fireman who would get up at any time of the night when that radio called if there was a fire in the area. And it would make you sad because you're like, "I want him to stay here with me and not go put out a fire. Oh, wah. I want him to stay here with me instead of helping." Yeah, that was my first fiance, Daniel. I'm not going to say his last name, but I will say that, glad we didn't get married. Not that he's not a nice guy and wonderful, but man, I was gonna pop out some kids for that guy, and boy, glad I didn't. Let's get the old calculator out and see if I had a child with this man, 1 or 2 children, how old would they be? Let's see. We've got the year 2024. That's right now. And let's say 1996. Oh, God, I cannot use a calculator. Wow. My child would be approximately 28 years old. I would have a child that is almost the same age as some of the people I hang out with. And I could be saying things like, this is what I was going to name my child. Jacob Dylan. I would be like, "Jacob Dylan, get off the internet, guy, and go get your mom a birthday card at Walgreens." And he would say, "Mom, what is a birthday card at Walgreens?" And then I would have him watch this podcast, and he would get extremely embarrassed because his mom has a podcast in a storage space where he goes viral for talking about Pitbull. It's like he'd kind of be proud, but also he'd be very embarrassed. And people would tag him, "Hey, Jacob Dylan, isn't that your mom?" And he would say, "No." My son, Jacob Dylan. It was different times, folks. Names come in style, go out of style. At the time, Jacob Dylan was edgy. Jacob Dylan, JD. But JD, get your mama another iced coffee because it's runt out. JD, where's your daddy? Is he on another fire run? Man, those were good times. Why did we break up? Well, let's just say one of us was insane, and it wasn't him. I didn't at the time, and I'm still learning. I think we're all learning about healthy relationships and how to be in a healthy relationship. And honestly, this is like my second time being in love, so I didn't really... It was like my first adult relationship where we would, spend weekends together and stuff like that. Maybe a little too clingy. Didn't know how to regulate my emotions, meaning probably was a little I'm not going to say overbearing, but just, excited. It was exciting when you could go away for the weekend with your boyfriend. Because you knew you were going to have sex. There was no question about it. You're young. You're living life. You're gonna. And there's nothing anybody could do about it. And it was one of those situations where his parents were very Catholic. Loved his parents, by the way. Very Catholic. So it wasn't okay for us to spend the night together, even though we were grown-ups. So there were some times when we had to maybe not say that we were staying together. Or in other words, lie. We lied. Or he lied. I didn't care. My parents, I don't think at the time, gave a F. But his parents were very like, you can't be there until you're married. You cannot have sexual intercourse until you're married. But boy, when we would be down in the basement of his house where his parents were, where his bedroom was, we'd be, and that's for sure. Fun times. Fun times. And we only were together like maybe a year or two. And when you have your first adult relationship like that, where there's not the parents really overseeing what's going on and not monitoring everything, you really want to do it all. And you just feel so cool. Like, look at me. I got a cool boyfriend. We are cool. But yeah, he dumped my ass. He dumped me, brothers. And man, I was beat up over that for like a long time. Probably a year or more. How do you get over that? I have not talked to him in a while. I would talk to him every maybe like 5 or so years, and I did get an email from him a few years back that he said he saw one of my videos, and he said it was one of the funniest things he'd ever seen. So just still got it, baby. We got it. And he was very funny. That was one of the reasons I just loved him. He was so funny and so musical, and I believe that he has been recently, in like the last 10 years, been diagnosed with autism. And I can see that now. Back then I didn't see it because I didn't know what autism was. Now that I've worked with kiddos with autism, yeah, I could see it. He is on the spectrum. Wonder what that fella's doing right now. Hello? Are you out there? Pocket full of locks here, guys. Pocket full of locks. What's going on with me in the next week or so? Dentist appointments, doctor's appointments. I'm judging a comedy contest tomorrow here in Nashville. I am going to do a mukbang with Maggie. I am going to go to LA for a day and then fly straight to PV. And then after that, I think I have the whole summer pretty much to do what the heck I want. And that includes a lot of podcasting, a lot of content, a lot of hopefully, who knows? Is this thing still going? Yes. There is nothing going on at this storage outlet today. Before I got on here, there was all kind of stuff going on. People doing stuff. They must have gone to lunch. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I can think of. Got an espresso machine, and when I say espresso, I mean Nespresso. That's what it's called. And you put this little pot in there, and it freaking makes espresso. So then I put the espresso in there, a little bit of milk, a lot of ice, and you don't have to go to a coffee place because you can do it at home. And that's how you save money. Okay, someone's calling me. Hold on. Hello? Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you kissing?
Kano.
Kano!
I've given Kano, and he's just laying there. So I've given him about 100 kisses already, the last 5 minutes.
Wow. And what is he doing? Just laying there smiling?
He just lays there, and his little eyebrows raised, and his little snout kind of just twitches and moves. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling from Denver, Colorado. It's high of 78 degrees, I want to say.
Really?
Guys, we are in the middle of April, approaching May. Yes, honeys. Where summer's around the corner. You know what that means out. The buns are going to be out.
The buns? Like hot dog buns?
Whatever you want to call it. Booty buns, hot dog buns. The grills are going to be out. The swimming pools.
You're right. It is 75 degrees there in Denver. And guess what? It is 74 here in beautiful downtown Nashville.
You know what? I've been to Nashville, maybe 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think we've gone to their downtown area.
Yeah, we're not going to.
Okay.
I'm not going with you. You could go down there by yourself.
So I was just curious. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just a lot of bars and stuff like that.
Well, there's Broadway, which is historically known for just so many bars, which is cool. I'm not a big bar gal. You know, I'm just not interested in going down there and getting with crowds. There's no parking. Just a lot of stuff going on there that doesn't. What's going on in the background?
I'm placing the ordering on. Sorry.
The last 20 minutes of this podcast, I've been talking about how back in the day you would go and get a birthday card for somebody at a Walgreens or some kind of similar place. How long has it been since you've gone to the store and bought a birthday card?
I want to say it's been about 2-3 years, but even then, the last time before that it's probably once every 3-4 years. Or whatever.
I was talking about how back in the day you could go if you're on thin ice with your parents, you could go and get a nice card that's written in cursive and give it to your mom, and you'd be good for a couple weeks. If it said like, I wouldn't want another mom even if they gave me a choice. And your mom is going to shit her pants about how much she loves that card that's written in cursive.
Yeah, you probably be right. I probably still got my mom probably would still been mad, like, go to your room.
If you gave your mom a card like that, I guarantee you she'd still have it.
Oh yeah, my mom saves everything. My mom still has my when they baptize me, you know how the first communion, when they dress you in all white, she still has my little outfit and my shoes.
Stop it. Man,
Yeah.
I felt like such a princess in my outfit. I thought I was really the most beautiful girl in the world.
You remember?
Oh my, I remember because I sang a song at my first communion, a solo. And afterwards, everybody was giving me so much cash.
Oh, wow.
I mean, because you prepare for your first communion. You're different because you're not Catholic. I didn't know you take first communion with your religion.
Well, it wasn't first communion. It was like my baptism, I believe.
Oh, okay. So you got baptized as an older person?
No, I don't remember exactly, but I know as a kid they did something because I remember there was an outfit for whatever.
An outfit.
My mom was Catholic, but then right around the time when she was pregnant with me, she I guess converted to Christianity. So when she was pregnant with me and I was born, she was already Christian. So I don't know exactly at what point, but I know she was born Catholic. My grandparents were Catholic, but yeah, I remember that outfit. And
were you fly?
I don't remember. I just remember the outfit. I don't remember the event, what happened that day, but it was a cute outfit, just all white, white shoes.
Well, Catholics remember because we spent pretty much a year of second grade learning about it and preparing for it so that when it was finally time, like, it was a big freaking deal. Everybody came out, dude.
Yeah.
I had a beautiful white dress with white tights and white shoes, and I thought that I should have been the Queen of England.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I thought I looked good. And the thing is they make you look like little brides, which is creepy. Are we the brides of Jesus?
A little Chucky bride.
Stop.
Kano needs his white little Baptist uniform.
He needs to get his first communion.
He needs to stop looking so cute. Ooh, he smells wet.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and go and finish up my podcast. I'm getting close to the point of needing to go potty. And as we know, there's not a restroom in here.
You got to pop a squat somewhere.
Cameras around here.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my protein shake and get to moving and grooving. I want to say hello to all the slop citizens.
Well, you can say hi to them, but this ain't a sloppy podcast. Storage whores. We're storage whores.
I'll say hi. I'll say hi to all the slop citizens and storage whores out there. Hopefully, you're having a blessed weekend. And don't forget to take a shower and wash that ass.
Stop. I'll catch up with you later.
All right. We'll catch up with you later. Have a blessed afternoon.
You too. Thanks so much. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Harold. As you know, I want to circle back. I love when people say circle back. I want to circle back to something Abby asked me about music. I don't want to talk about older weird stuff I listen to, but I do want to talk about Taylor Swift. Did I listen to the new Taylor Swift album, The Tortured Poets Department? And my answer is yes. Do I like it? Yes. Do I love it? Yes. Am I obsessed with it? Yes. Do I love Taylor Swift? Yes. Am I 50 years old? Yes. But it speaks to me. I love it. They're all bops. One of my favorite tracks on there is Fortnight with Post Malone. My God, it's such a good song. God darn it. And I know some people don't like Taylor. They're like, there's too much Taylor. There's too much Taylor. It's here, there. I don't care. I love her. And when we're on tour, we listen to her a lot. So now the next time we're on tour, we got a whole new 31 songs to listen to. And I have a list of my top 5, and I'm going to read them to you. This was a list I sent to Chelsea because she asked. Let me see here. And I probably should get my glasses on because I cannot see. Okay. Where's my comprehensive list? Oh, this is annoying. This is annoying. Where's my comprehensive list? Jesus, don't even know where it is. Fortnight. And these are in no particular order. Fortnight, Down Bad, Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Oh, it kills me. The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, The Black Dog, Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus, and Thank You, Amy. Thank You, Amy is a diss track. Diss track to Kim Kardashian. And I'm not here to start drama. I'm not here to do this, that, or everything else. But I like to read kind of the theories behind what are the songs about. And it's supposedly that it's a diss track for Kim Kardashian. And if that's the case, wow, the nicest, most beautiful diss track you've ever heard. And I'm here for it. What else am I listening to? I have recently got into a group called Grupo Firme. Cool songs, all in Spanish. Love to pretend that I know all the words, but I don't. Grupo Firme. Who else am I listening to? Let's look at my list here, my Spotify. If you might be saying, hey, you got a Spotify playlist? No. Teddy Swims. I lose control. That's a good one. Okay. Noah Khan. If you're not listening to Noah Khan, check him out. Holy shit, he's good. Okay, a lot. Oh, Cricket Sounds for Sleep. That's one of my favorite songs. Oh, that's loud. Pretty soon here in Nashville, it's going to really sound like this outside. Doesn't sound like it yet. Lots of Taylor Swift in here. Bra-da-da. Bra-da-da-da. Beck. Love Beck. Sufjan Stevens. I have a different, I hate to say, I have eclectic taste, but I do. It's not even a taste thing. It's just like, I like all kind of different music. I'm going to wrap things up because like I said, I do have to go pee. I want you all to know that I appreciate you being here. And I want you to know that I'm losing it. I'm like drifting off into a la la land. I'm trying to say thank you for being here. And I'll see you next week. And I love you. And goodbye. Dance, yeah. Dance on your trance and your pants and your fence. Stupid in the butt and put it in your butt.